Greetings and salutations, Tube Dwellers, the Mad Bag, back with another Companion's Quest walkthrough. Okay, this one, I'm actually going to jump back and show you some footage of something that I just now did, but just to show you the start of the quest. So here you see me speaking to Yayla and completing the Silver Hand quest. Now, she gives me a quest called Stealing Plans next, and this is a Radiant quest. However, I believe I'm going to split this out into its own little section. Because of the way it's chained in here, I'm not really going to count it as a Radiant quest. So, time for more questing shenaniganery. So, let's leave Gallows End and proceed to Orothyme. Open door, open bar. Oh, smash me door. Whoa, hold up. This is an inhabited area. There for a second, she actually staggered me. That was painful. There is no yielding in combat. It's to the death. That's strange. She came out of nowhere. This area was cleared. That loading screen had a tooltip that supports my decision on Parthenax. I'm not going to get into any spoilers, but, well, I guess this might kind of spoil it, just saying this. The tip said dragons once sought to dominate man and rule the world. Given the chance, they would likely do it again. I think that is all too true. Okay, so here's Orothyme. This is where Stealing Plans tells me to go to steal information about the Silver Hand chief hideout from their Silver Hand lieutenant. So I don't have anything real close. I'm probably just going to go to Morthal and run over there. I will see you guys once I get there. I believe I'm approaching the cave entrance. Holy crap. Oh boy. We got a saber cat. And he goes down fast. I am a-okay with that. I'm pretty sure the cave entrance is right over there somewhere. Right before I delve into that, though, I got sidetracked on my way over here. I delved into a dungeon. I did it all off camera because it's a dungeon you guys have seen me go through before. Dead Men's Respite. It has to do with a Bard's Quest, and it also has a word of Whirlwind Sprint in it. So I now have 2 levels of Whirlwind Sprint, and even more notable, I leveled up again. So let's take a look at this level up. Health. We're going to go health. I'm going to be a Nazi about the health. I didn't level up twice, did I? I may have. I did some smithing, too. Matter of fact, I think I did. Yeah, I've got 2 perks. Wow, I leveled up twice! I spammed out a bunch of daggers, spent some money on some iron ore and such. So, wow, 2 levels. Where do I want to spin this? I actually might be leveling faster than I should be, because I'm not leveling my core skills as compared to my overall level quickly enough. Yeah, this one-handed damage should be 70 by now. Dual Savagery. Dual wielding power attacks do 50% bonus damage. Whoa! That might make my power attacks worthwhile. I think there's another 70. Where is it? This? 90. Definitely not. This requires 80. Okay, so I'm 2 away from spending 1 perk in one-handed here at Dual Savagery. 2 skills away. I mean, that may indicate that I just need to go train just a touch. And I can't get anything else in heavy armor. My heavy armor feels like it's really low level. Requires 60 for that. Requires 50. I'm not too far away from that. Less stagger would be pretty cool too. I don't get staggered very often as is though. Smithing is now 70 freaking 8. Ebony requires 80. Okay, so I'm going to set on both these perks because I'm really close to Ebony Smithing and I'm really close to Dual Savagery. So I may get all 4 of those skill points that I need to get both of those perks before I level up again. So I'm just going to hang on to those perks for now. And if I don't, oh well, it's not hugely detrimental. I can't really spend them on anything super useful right at the moment anyway. Since I am nearing this cave, I was going to come up there and catch some butterflies, but screw it. Let's forget that. I know this cave's right here somewhere. I'm going to quick save too. I've been running for a minute since my last quick save. Now, apparently there's supposed to be some documents in here that I'm going to be able to steal. It's going to teach us something about the Silver Hand. Can't loot any of their burnt corpses. Let's go right inside then. You guys may be a little confused, as last you saw I was walking into a cave. Suffice to say that I'll explain the specifics in just a second. The short end is that I ran into a really tough fight, and I'm gonna save you guys the trouble of watching me die a bunch of times. But I came back to town to kind of prepare myself for the fight, and in part of that, I did some smithing and leveled up again! This is actually a little bit worrying, because I've leveled up a lot with smithing, and that actually just means that all the enemies around me are getting stronger, while my damage-dealing abilities are not getting stronger. So that's actually very bad. That's very bad that I've leveled up this much off just smithing. But hopefully I'll be able to put something together to get through this part anyway, which I believe I've got what I need. I'm going to explain the fight that's tough and whatnot, but I wanted to show you guys this level up just so you don't miss anything. And I don't think I'm ready to do anything else over there. I'm half tempted to get the next level of restoration because I think I'm high enough level to get the spells. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's do that, and let me just poke around this tree for a split second. I know I was saving one for one-handed, but I'm in a tough fight. So magic regenerates fast. That would be kind of handy. Healing spells cure 50% more. That is actually huge. I'm going to do it. Okay, so there's that level up. I'm now officially level 24. In just a second, I'll be back in the cave, and I'm going to explain to you guys what the tough fight is and what all I've prepared to try to get through it. I have returned to the cave that you all saw me enter. Now, first let me explain the difficulty of this fight. So there's a lieutenant here. The quest indicates that much. There is a foyer room, is what I'm going to call this room right here in front of me, that has a couple warriors in it that aren't too difficult. However, a few of them are ranged and like to stay deep in that room. Since I'm a melee character, when I go to fight them, I have to go kind of deep into that room to get to them so that I can start, hacking away. When I go to the back of that room, it aggroes everybody in the room just beyond that, which is where the lieutenant happens to be. Now, the lieutenant himself two-shots me, even when I have my alteration shield up. So he's a rather tough fight, especially if taken with others. So the couple things I've prepared, and you'll notice I have Lydia with me. I went ahead and picked her up, not because I plan on using her long-term as a follower, but just because I need every little bit of help I can get on this fight. So the provisions I've made for this fight are twofold. One, I'm going to try to deal with this foyer room in a different way so that I don't have to fight this room with the next room. To do that, I'm going to use a bow. I'm going to stay hidden, let's say. I'm going to stay hidden over here behind this rock and fire a bow into one of the guys in this next room and hopefully make them all come to me so that we can fight right here in this little tunnel and I won't have to fight them with the next room. Next, I've whipped up a couple potions. My alchemy's really low, so these potions aren't great, but I think they'll do the trick. Primarily, these poisons of paralysis. Just to delve into it, the ingredients that give the paralysis effect are a briarheart, canis root, human flesh, imp stool, and a swamp fungal pod. So I had a few of those. I had to do a little bit of scouring on alchemists' stores to get a little bit more. I came up with 4 poisons of paralysis. Each paralyzes for 4 seconds, so that's going to be the primary thing that helps me defeat this really tough, this really hard-hitting fight. This, I guess I could call it a boss, a mini-boss maybe. I also have a few other things that I think will just be helpful. I got a Drought of the Night that increases my heavy armor skill, a little bit more survivability. I'm hoping that this will take me beyond the 2-shot range so that maybe I can survive 3 hits. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I also picked up a potion of Fortify one-handed, actually made. I'm sorry, not picked up. And I've got a few of them. They're 17% damage to my one-handed weapons. Hopefully that will help me tear him down a little bit more quickly. Alright, so I'm going to make a quick save, whip out my bow, and let's get this show on the road. I really don't like using a bow in third person. It is really weird, but it works. Now let's go back to my... Oh, one more thing that I totally forgot to mention. I also... And I hate when you have 2 of the exact same item. Your favorites and whatnot are absolutely retarded about them. Okay, I'm going to have to come into my menu to switch these up. Anyway, the last thing that I did was I used some of my enhanced smithing skill that I got recently to improve all of my items. I improved my swords a good bit, and then I improved a bunch of pieces of my armor. Note that Daedric artifacts cannot be improved with smithing. Even I have that arcane blacksmith perk, I still can't improve them. Legendary, also note that legendary is the highest word of improvement, so nothing can go beyond legendary. However, there are levels of stat bonuses that go beyond legendary, so legendary kind of covers a range of stat bonuses. When I have enchantments for better improved smithing, I'll be able to get these bonuses even higher, these armor values and these damage values even higher. Okay, so enough of that, let's go back to this. These first couple fights I don't expect to be very difficult, even though there are a couple ranged guys that I'm going to have to try to pull to me. I didn't think about Lydia running to them. That could be bad. Matter of fact, I don't really want to do this, but I'm just going to arch him because I am really afraid of progressing. Oh, whoa. God, you move so slow without those archery perks. I'm glad Lydia has a bow. It'd be great if she used it. Lydia, would you like to use your bow, please? I about got that one. You can see the mage coming up from the back. That worries me a little bit. He might be from the other room. Okay, look, I've got two weapons. Watch, whenever I put one in my right hand, you notice that 2 goes away. Now, if I want to switch this, it'll go to my left hand instead. It's just one sword. Whenever you have 2 of the exact same one-handed weapons, trying to equip one of them will remove the other from your favorites list. Weird, crappy glitches, and I actually didn't right-click that. I just now favorited that, and it automatically went to my right hand. So there's a lot of really goofy coding about switching weapons for dual wielders. Oh man, don't go running. Oh man, I do not. Oof, Lydia. Oof. Don't shoot at me. I mean, I'm not that mad at you. Christ, I just don't want you to die. Okay, I'm gonna be a pansy. I'm gonna go into sneak here. I know the one guy sees me. I'm hoping that sneak will keep this room that I'm staring into from seeing me. Oh, and he ran away from my power attacks. Oh, and he's running into the other room. This is bad. Oh well, maybe I can take this whole other room. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe my paralysis poisons and other such bonuses and shenaniganery will allow me to. I really hope. Hey, here's a health potion. I'm going to snatch that right up. Okay, I would really like to, if possible, open with a sneak attack critical strike on the lieutenant as well. There's the lieutenant. See that two-handed guy with the heavy armor? That is the lieutenant, and that is one bad mamma jamma. In anticipation of hitting him with my next one-handed attack, I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to go ahead and apply 1 potion of paralysis, and I'm going to drink my fortify one-handed. Now I'm going to go at him. Oh, please hit him quickly. Okay, he's paralyzed. Yeah, I'm doing a lot more damage to him than I was before. Oh, man, that was way too easy. That's gonna... I built that up a lot for how quickly that went down. I died probably 4 times on this guy. But in my defense, I didn't have any poisons. I was using my Ooh, decapitation. I was using my alteration shield, but I didn't have any poisons, and I didn't have Lydia here to soak the damage of some other guys, so I was fighting him with 2 and 3 others. This was a really tough fight. That doesn't at all do this fight justice. That just shows you how much preparing for a fight can really swing it into your favor. Doing just a couple things to stack the odds against your enemies really works out. And I'll probably be dropping Lydia. You might also notice that she's got ebony gloves on and an ebony sword. Those are 2 things that I found while getting the whirlwind sprint word. However, none of the merchants sell ebony ingots yet, so I can't improve any of that stuff, and my dwarven stuff with my improvements is actually still better. Once I get ebony ingots, I expect to be able to improve those ebony items to the point where they're better, but, oh, come on, let me in. Let me in. I know I can get in there somehow. There's a chest. Apprentice level chest. Here we are. Hip hip hooray, corundum ingot, sure, steel mace, probably shouldn't, but again, I'm not going to be a Nazi about that carry weight, because Nazis are bad people. And why do I get the feeling I might not? Okay. For just a second there, I was thinking, what if that wasn't actually the lieutenant? What if that was just some tough dude? What if the lieutenant's still up here? Ah, I picked up a spoon. I don't want a spoon. I wanted that potion. I will take the Elven War Axe if I can. For a second, I was worried, you know, what if I actually still had a tough fight ahead of me? That would be rather bad. Silver Hand Stratagem. That is probably what we're looking for. Blacksmith's filter, some gold, some other useful stuff, all of which I will be snatching. Snatch, snatch, snatch. Can we go deeper? Does this go back out to the front? I have a feeling this goes deeper. Excuse me. Oh, no, it does go back out to the front. That's cool. Let me see what's in this book. Hopefully it'll be kind of short. Bandit's Journal. I just picked up a stratagem, right? Silver Hand. Okay, so it's not something I can read. It's just like an item, a quest item that I have to turn in. Okay, that's probably good. You guys probably don't want a whole lot of boring dialogue anyway. So let's go see what the companions have to say about my findings. Return to Yela, sure enough. Whiterun, I assume. Last time I met her, she was in Gallows End. I don't remember where that is actually now. It was somewhere. Oh well, anyway, yes, she is back in Whiterun. I have returned to Jorviska. You'll notice that Lydia's no longer with me. I went ahead and ditched her. I don't really like her as a follower.
For you around here. I don't think anyone's caught on to our little campaign.
Would it be bad if the companions caught on?
Have you been bringing the battle to the Silver Hand?
Oh,
friend?
I sure have.
I wish I could be there with you. Soon enough.
I've got the plans.
Perfect. Hopefully this will let us know more about their movement. I think we've got them on the run.
Certainly. What's the next target?
I've been hearing rumors of Silver Hand activity. A group of them has holed up in East March. Run fast, my friend.
East March, alright. Well, that actually concludes that quest and starts a brand new one. Striking the Heart. So I'm going to wrap this episode up. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you like the content, like the video if you liked this video, and I'll see you in the next episode.